to understand that in this environment, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve. A lot of people are about to miss, the bull run of 2025. And the only thing that we know ever since we started all these meetings and everything in this community is to help our followers and so many of us to stay ahead so that you don't be caught unaware. So that your testimony will be the one to present to the world about how far cryptocurrency changed your life. You see, this particular Bitcoin was created in 2008. Of course, you can see the information here about BTC. And while it was created in less than $1, per a coin per BTC. All right, less than $1. And as you can see, the all-time high of this particular project, this particular token that was created with less than $1 in 2008, the all-time high as of 13th of 2025, 13th of July 2025, yes, is 13th, which is about day before yesterday or thereabout, or yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. This is the date here. You can see this Bitcoin touched $123,226, something that was less than $1. Now, let me give us something that we have to go home with tonight, because everything we have been thinking about, a lot of persons have wrote to us. I saw people asking questions. Is the bull run we are talking about, is it over, or should we expect a bull run? Now, let me tell you something. Our coach in different life trainings has in so many ways helped us to understand that there are different phases of bull run before the final hit of the bull run. Now, let me show you why this meeting is one of the most important meetings you can ever attend. Listen, this is not like any other training. And that's why I urge that wherever you are joining from, even if you are just joining now, pay close attention. Pay close attention. Look at this. Now, there are different phases to bull run, and somebody might be saying, what is a bull run? A bull run is simply a season in crypto space where there is cycle. Every 4 years, we have what we call Bitcoin halving. Now, Bitcoin halving is a situation where the value of Bitcoin in the space is reduced to half, right? So causing a very high demand in the marketplace. Now, look at why the bull run of 2025 is going to be exceptional. Look at it. Because so many analyzers and experts in this particular industry have hinted that this bull run is likely to see BTC reaching up to $200,000. Now, when we started hearing about this, Bitcoin was around $50,000, $60,000, if I'm not mistaken. But today, you can see the same token skyrocketed to $125,000. Now, let me show you something. Now, you can see this particular Bitcoin. When we talk about Bitcoin halving happened last year. And why it happened, there has been a lot of movement in the market, which we keep track of these particular stages in bull run. Look at this. Look at this. So you see how how people make money in bull season. And that's why we always tell you, whatever we ask you, like for example, there is so many of us who are given opportunity to buy a coin and hold. And so many of us, when they were not understanding what was happening, they started to sell off. Now, and our coach has made it known to us that he's going to tell us when to sell these particular tokens, because the bull run we are waiting for is about to kick-start. Now, look at this. When the Bitcoin halving happened, BTC was struggling around $48,000 to $60,000. And now the all-time highest as of that time was $73,000, which happened, I think, 2023 or at the end of 2023 or thereabout. Now, while that particular all-time high happened after the bull season, after the Bitcoin halving, what happened was another thing followed up, another all-time high followed up, and that all-time high saw BTC crossing over $100,000 because so many big events has actually taken place that should skyrocket this particular bull run into the highest of experience you can ever have in this particular space. I'm giving us an information because when we start to show you how well or how big or how much we are making in this particular space, you don't say, oh, I didn't know about this. Now look at this. For Bitcoin to reach about from 60,000, surpassing $73,000 was the first phase of bull season. I can tell you a lot of people made money and in this particular movement, but that was not the main thing. Look at how it works. Now, when BTC crossed over 100K, right? That was within the second phase as well. That was within the second phase. Now, all of a sudden, market was consolidating to hit up to 110,000 in this second phase. And right now, as of day before yesterday, market established the third phase of this bull run. But let me show you what happens. In this bull season, how it plays out is that while BTC is making waves, hitting the third wave of the bull season, that is to show you that there is an important time in this particular space that is about to happen. About few weeks and few months ago, a lot of people were asking questions whether if this market that is always going down, whether if this bull run is going to happen again or not. But of course, as you can see, within 3 days, Bitcoin jumped from I think $107,000 to $23,000 as we speak right now. What does that tell you? That shows you that there is a season that is about to make the new generational billionaires. Now look at this. What are these bull season? How many of you or how many of us here have $23,000 or maybe $25,000 to buy BTC or $100,000? I bet not many, if there is any. But can I shock you? When we talk about the bull run, it is the ability to leverage on other coins, which we call altcoins. Meaning that we are about to enter the alt season, because the alt season is about to start, and that happens on the fourth phase of the bull season, which is the last phase of the bull run. And that is where billionaires are born. If you don't understand this game, you will definitely be here or maybe be in this particular space while things pass you by. But when you understand how this particular environment works, you will position yourself to taking advantage in full. And that is why we always bring this training on to you to help you understand how to leverage this market. Now look at this. When it comes to bull season, on the fourth phase of the bull season, if you notice, you find out that despite BTC touching $123,000, altcoins, which is alternative coins, if I go back to this place, you will see other coins and everything. You can see Ethereum is still within $2,000, within $3,000, $2,990. Now let me show you something. So when you look at the Ethereum's all-time high, Ethereum has not touched its all-time high previously. Now BTC have established a new all-time high. Now, if I go back to this overview, right, you will find out that Ethereum has done $4,000 before. But what is happening right now? Ethereum has done 4,000. And that was 2021 Bullrun, 4,878, meaning that the attention right now is still on BTC. But look at this. On the final phase, that is where you see liquidity going in on altcoins and all the alternative coins. And whenever you see Ethereum start to break the next all-time high, you start to see other coins doing amazingly well. And that is why, if you don't have any, like, if you have not taken advantage of our information to have some coin that you reserve somewhere that you are holding, I think this is still the right time, because you are still entering at a fresh level, because the old season is about to begin. While I decided to bring this to our notice before I could go ahead to tell you how you can leverage on crypto space on a day-to-day activity, is because I know that so many of us don't understand exactly what is happening in this environment. But when you do, you will definitely be glad you were in this training tonight. So what am I trying to tell you? The old season, which is the last final phase of Bullrun, is going to happen before September this year. Everything we are talking about is going to be playing out to you. And we will still come on a live training like this and help you understand that we told you so. So what are we doing here? The training tonight is how you can take full advantage of the crypto market and make as much money as possible, even before the Bullrun. Now, let me show you something. While you can see this, we have an artificial intelligence called robots. Robots, all right? This is a robot that is designed to trade the crypto financial market and helps you leverage on day-to-day profit that is available in this market. Now, let me show you something. When you look at this particular place, you can see all the coins that you can trade using this robot. What is the idea behind using robot to trade the crypto market? The idea is very simple. 90% of people who desire to make money in this environment have no prior experience to this particular environment. And that is why sometimes when you think about it on how complex it may be in terms of studying the movement of this market, it might not, you might have a second thought to delay while others are making progress. Now, when I mean making progress, is in such a way that an account that I just started about a few days ago, about a few weeks ago, has done over 15K plus. If you look at this place, you can see the consistency of this robot in generating profit. You can see crushing as high as 1K dollars within a 24 hours. You can see the consistency of this particular robot in generating profit. And of course, you can see this account has done over 15K plus. We are not yet in this particular, in the main bull run itself. We're about to experience it. Imagine that it is altcoins breaking its all-time previous lows or highs. What do you think will happen? I'm going to show you how you can position this robot and collect profit on daily basis in this particular bull season. All you need to do is to get your robot ready. It's going to be something different. I'm telling you the honest truth. It's going to be something different, because in bull season, everybody, as far as you position yourself right, makes profit. Now, let me show you. How do we make this money? This particular profit that you saw, how did we make it and where does it come from? Now, look at this. If you go back to this place, if I click on this, let's say if I click on this market and I click on this candle up here, it brings me to this interface where it shows me the total volume for the day. What is the volume? The reason I'm quite interested about these things is because we need to know Who is paying us? Where is the money coming from? Now, uTrading is not a platform of bring money to get money. It's not a get rich quick scheme. No. This is a robot strictly designed to trade the crypto market and help you make profit, whether the market is going up or the market is going down. As a result of the liquidity that is available in this market that everybody can share from, meaning that whatever gives you advantage here should be the tools you have to approach this particular market, meaning that the crypto space under 24 hours saw a volume of liquidity of over 122.71 billion US dollars under 24 hours. Do you understand what that means? That simply means that in this particular environment, in this business, in crypto space, that there are billions of dollars pouring in every day, waiting for anyone who have a superior tools to take advantage of. And that is the beauty of this robot. That is the beauty of it. Now look at this. The question is this: how do you make the money? I'm going to show you how, whether the market is going up or the market is going down, you have an opportunity to crush profit in this nature. So here you see the robot taking profit on different positions, meaning that this robot have the capacity to close trade on long. Long means that the market is now going up. Now, what is a bull run? A bull season is simply a time that market rallies more up. Now, let me show you. If I go back to this chart right now, you will understand when we talk about bull run, the strength of the market, the progressive strength of the market. Look at this. If I go back, if I scroll back, you can see this is when the market was at $116,000. Let me just take it back down to $110,000. You can see. Now, this was when market was $110,000, right? You can see the movement. You can see the movement. You can see the ascension. You can see the movement. You can see the ascension. You can see just the retracement it did was 116,000, which is no longer 110,000 anymore. Now you can see the ascension. And from there, it reached 119,000 and is still ascending to $123,000. That is the power of this market. So imagine that we are indeed in the final phase of bull run, where you have an opportunity to see this market surge to its highest all-time high, because it has established and break the previous all-time highs. And that is exactly what we are talking about. Meaning that in a bull season, market continues to skyrocket upwards, in making it possible that you can place some of these your trades on long, and the robot will take profit while the market is still going up. So meaning that if you could not benefit on this last phase of this bull season, I don't know how else you would take advantage of crypto market anymore. Because you see, it comes every 4 years. And that is why, despite that we have not entered the main heat of the bull run, we are already experiencing a lot of progress in this particular market space. And that's why you can see some of these particular coins taking profit using this robot on short trade, meaning that even at the retracement in the market space, the robot gives you profit as well. How do you describe this? And that is exactly what I'm going to be helping us understand with this robot. It's not about maybe showing you profit, but it's about helping you to understand how you yourself can use the same method to take the profit as well. Because why? The market is open 24 hours, waiting for anybody who possesses the right tools to deal with the market and take advantage of it. And that's why we bring you information. That's why we help you to stay ahead and make progress while it matters. Now, how does this particular robot works? The first thing you need to do, very simple, is to download this robot. What are we using this robot for? We use it to make money whether the bull run has arrived or is about to arrive. Because we have a hope, we have a target of where we are heading to. Meaning that with this particular robot, you cannot be taken unaware in this particular space. Now, apart from the coins that you can buy and hold, this particular robot helps you to make money on those coins on daily basis. That is the beauty. That's the beauty. Now look at this. So what you need to do, all you need to do is to download it. How do you download the robot? It's very easy. When you come to our group links, to our different groups, you will see links on how to register and download uTrading. All you need to do is to click on that link. It will bring you to an interface where you have to put your email, and from there, it will show you the option on downloading the application, and gently and easily, you will download this application without paying a dime. Unlike other robots that you have to pay in order to access the robot itself. But with this robot, you get it free of charge. Now look at this. When you have downloaded the robot, you need to do one thing more, and that is to download an exchange that you can use to trade this market. So when you look at this particular robot, it is connected to the Bybit exchange. It is connected to the Bybit exchange. All right. So you can download any exchange of your choice. You can see Bybit, you can see Binance US, you can see Binance, you can see BitGet, you can see OKX, you can see Bitmart, you can see KuCoin, you can see MEX, you can see Gate.io, HCS Global, you can see Kraken Spot, you can see Kraken Futures, you can see Coinbase, you can see Binance US, you can see Bitfinex, you can see BingX, right? So on and so forth. Now, what are these exchanges for? The exchange is to give you varieties, meaning that this particular robot is built in a decentralized nature. So many of us have been in online space businesses before where you have people saying about crypto things and they ask you to put money for them or put money within whatever they're doing with or within their broker, and at the end of the day, someone is in control of these your funds. In this environment, we break that particular barrier between you and others, making you vulnerable to trust them with your funds. Meaning that with this robot, you have an opportunity to have your funds with you. How? You can use any exchange of your choice. All you need to do is to authorize trading permissions for your trading. Meaning that while you authorize just only trading permission, you can only use this robot to trade the market and you make your profit on it cool. And that is why we have a lot of strategies that could also help you to set this robot up to the best of it that can give you profit on a consistent basis. So now at this point, when you go back to this place, what do? Once you have downloaded any exchange of your choice, neither Bybit or Binance or BitGet or OKX or Bitmart or KuCoin or any of it that you choose as your choice, because right now, I understand that there are so many persons listening to me from different parts of the world. I can assure you that. Yes, we have people doing this business. Crypto space is a global business, of course. And of course, you can do it from any country whatsoever you are listening to me from. And that is why you see there are options in exchange that works in different locations of the world where you cannot be limited as a result of an exchange to use. So meaning that you can use any of this exchange to trade this market. All you need to do is to download the one that works best where you are. So now when you click on Bybit, it will take you to a place where it will help you to connect it to this robot. Look at this. I'm explaining to you how to use this robot step by step, and I'm going to show you a simple formula to use this robot to make so much money. Stay with me. Now, When you click on this place, it brings you to this place where you see authorization. Meaning that you can click on authorization and it will quickly connect you to this particular robot, between your robot to your exchange. But let's assume maybe the server is not available to connect you automatically. You can use the normal. If you click on the normal, it brings you to this interface where it requires you to put in the parameters you want, to authorize the trading permissions by yourself. All you need to do is to click on this that looks like a wallet up here, and you see API tutorial. And when you see API tutorial, you follow the step-by-step guide and connect you. Just authorize few things, and you connect the API together, and you are good to go. So once you are done connecting your API together, you will see API running normally. Then you can now proceed to trade. So now the question is this: how do you take advantage of this market? If you look at this market today, you can see that BTC is trading within 19,900 or within 120,000. Right now, it's raised back, while Ethereum is trading at $3,000, while SRP is trading at $2.90, and so on. Solana trading at $163, and so on and so forth. You can see, but amazingly, you will see some of this coin has done 1.50 something percent. Some of them has done 7%. Some of them has done 3%. Some of them has done 9%. Some of them has done 5%. Some of them has done 6%. Some of them has done 5%, both up or both down. So you can see this. So the question is this: what do you do with this? Look at how we make the money. Because for me, before the main bull run arrive, I've already achieved my dreams. Yes. This account that I showed you that I've done over 15K is one of the accounts I started recently. This account has given birth to about 3 different accounts again, because I have to pull money from here and also start up another account that you have not even seen. Why? The money is available for everybody to share from. All you need is to understand how to take advantage of the market, and you are good to go. So now, when you look at these coins, how do you make this profit? That is what you need to do. Now, you come to trade. So when you come to trade, the robot offers you different opportunity, different robots that you can use to trade. And now, market trading or trading space is divided into the spots and also the futures. Meaning that this is the two most recognized and profound way of trading this particular market. It's either you are trading on spot or you are trading on futures. Now, I will explain to you the difference between the futures market and also the spot market. Now, on the futures, on the spot market, is a place where you buy a coin or a particular token and you hold that particular token. And you make money when the market is moving up. That's why we're talking about bull run. Meaning that whether you are doing it on spot or you're doing it on futures, you will still be at advantage of making a lot of progress at the same time. So now, if you come back to this place, you will see there is automated trading on spot and also automated on futures. Meaning that you can trade this market on spot and you can trade it also on futures as well. Beautifully. Using the automated method to trade this market and make profit. Now, when you come to this place, you can see there is what we call the synchro. Synchro means an opportunity for you to also follow a trade of an expert in this particular environment. Meaning that you can copy the other leaders trading and you will make profit as well. This whole thing is a use case of this robot, making it so sufficient and also superior in trading environment. And this is just powerful. Now, you can also use what we call the signal. A signal is simply just an advantage the robot gives to you to take advantage of the market. Yes. Now, how does it work? In this signal, the robot provides you through the indicators in the market. The robot analyzes the energy of the market and determine a particular direction that the market is going, and it recommends it for you to trade and make money. Meaning that signals are things that people pay for, but using this robot, you get it for free of charge. So you can decide as well to use this to take signals on long trade. You can see where every signal here is on long trade. I just unchecked the spots and only leave the green on futures, and you can see every signal here is on futures. But we recommend, when you want to trade these signals, we have a video on strategies on how to trade a signal. All you need to do is to go through our strategies, and you'll understand how best to use this signal and maximize it and make a lot of money for yourself. If you click on short, on the short signal, if I check, everything here you will see will be a short trade signal. You can see 30 minutes ago, you can see 1 hour ago, meaning that the robot supplies you with signals 24 hours. This is a use case of this robot, making it superior as well, that they have so many options that you can use to approach the market and make money. All of this is simply for your own better experience. Now, if you come back to this place, I click on manual, you will see where we have companions of robots in one place, meaning that you can use up to 10 different robots here to trade the market space and still make money. All of this is a tool that is given to you to take advantage of the crypto market. And that is why we are here, to help you understand how to make use of this. Now, on this place, if I click on AI DCA Pro, this is one of the robots that you can use. And on this robot, you can see all the coins are here. If I tick on all, you will see so many coins that I can select from. And now, let's say I want to trade this market. Look at this. Once you have activated this, your robot, one thing you needed to do is to have a capital. Now, on this capital that you are to use to trade, there is no specific amount, but we recommend, if you want to trade this market, if you want to use this robot to trade, this your capital is going to be in your exchange, not in this robot. No. The robot does not have access to your funds except for trading, meaning that you can execute a trade that is in that your exchange in this robot, and it will trade it for you and drop the profit in your exchange for you. That is how beautiful it is. That's how beautiful it is. So how much capital does it require as a minimum? Now, we recommend, if you want to trade on spot and you have less than $100, for example, let's assume you have like $30, $50. Once you have like $30, $50, or $100 down, we recommend you trade on spot. That does not mean that if you have $10,000, you cannot trade on spot. No, any which one you decide to do, you can trade anywhere and you make a lot of money. That's how it is. That's how it is. Right? So now, all you need to do is to do what? You come to this place now, you have your capital. Let's say you have $50, you have $100, you have $500 or whatever. All you need to do is to follow our strategy. You come to this place, you can select as many coins as possible, but the maximum is 25 you can select at the time, depending on your capital. And I believe when you review our settings and strategies, you will definitely understand how to appropriately allocate your money according to the number of coins, and you'll be on profit. And once you are done, I ticked on 4, I'll click on confirm, and it brings me to this place where it helps me to indeed determine my positions and how I want this robot to proceed. Now, at this point, then once I'm done with these few parameters, I'll just include my take profit, meaning that, robot, I want you to take profit for me. Once this market get to this particular percentage, just like you saw me showing you different percentage in the market has done today. And that is why when you look at my profit margin, you see some of them closing different percentage of take profit. That is why we make money even when we sleep. Why? Because once the robot reaches the take profit, it closes the deal on profit and drops the profit for you. And that is the beauty of this robot. Once you are done with your settings, all you need to do is to click on launch, and the robot will enter the market and trade for you. While the robot is trading for you, you can be in the market, you can be in programs, you can be in whatever thing that matters to you, and you can come back and check, and you have made money. That one is sweet, oh, it sweet me die. Right? Yes. And anybody can do that. It's very simple strategies. And you put your robot to use and you make your profit. Now, you can also decide to use the AI DCA Pro on futures. Now, on this point, is helping you who might not have had any idea whatsoever on how to trade in crypto market, taking advantage of crypto space using the AI DCA Pro idea. Meaning that this robot is built with such efficiency that it has the capacity to deal with the market conditions and also gives you profit according to your take profit. Now, if I come to this place, I can also apply different methods by selecting my coins and I click on confirm. Let's say I want to trade both on ADA and Doge and Sol and SRP at the same time. What I will do here is that I'll come here and I'll give my direction. Under the direction, you can see long, meaning that, oh, robot, I want these coins to give me profit once the market is going up. That is why you see, we have been cashing out all this while. If I go back to this place, let me show you. If I hit on this place, you can see some of the coins that closed on long trade. You can see it. So meaning that these particular coins was directed to take profit on a long trade, and market moved to that direction and it closes on profit at 2% yield, 3% yield, or 5% yield, and it drops the profit for me. That is the beauty. Everything is playing out well. So when you come back to this place, you decide how many coins you want to trade, and from that place, you determine your direction. So you can direct the robot to trade long for you. Once the market starts to go up, that's why I told you, in bull season, there's what we call ascension mood, an uptrend mood, where the energy of the market is beyond contention. When you look at the market is surging without retracement. It is such opportunity that I am telling you that you can put your robot on that very good condition and it generates profit for you on daily basis. And you can take profit and repeat the profit even when you are not there. And I'm going to show you how exactly to do that. Then also, you can also short that trade as well. Meaning that whatever goes up comes down as well. That's why we make money on both sides in this particular space. Then you can also use what we call the indicator hedging, meaning that you can simultaneously, you can launch the robot in two directions at the same time. Meaning that you can take profit on a long trade, and when the market is going down, you can take profit on the short trade as well. And also you can use what we call the indicator direction. What is an indicator direction? It's a situation where you don't know where the market is going, whether they're long or short. But at this point, you want the robot to make a decision for you. Meaning that through the indicators in the market space, the robot analyzes the candlestick to determine the available energy or the available trend in the market and directs your trade according to that move. Meaning that if the energy in the market is on long, the robot takes a position of long trade for you. And all you need is to input your take profit And once the robot reaches to take profit, it collects the profit for you and drops it for you. That is the beauty of it. Meaning that whether you have never had any idea about how to deal with this market or how to trade the crypto market, or this is your first time of hearing anything like this, you have a robot that got your back. All you need to do is to understand our simple strategy, how to put it to use, and you'll be on your way to financial freedom. That's just the beautiful thing. Now, once you're done with your settings and parameters, you click on launch, and this robot will put this trade, and the trade will run and make profit for you. You can also see martingale spots. You can also see martingale features. All these are robots you can use as well to trade. You can also see AI DCA spots and AI DCA features. You can see AI grid on spots. You can see AI dual grid on features. You can see DCA spots and you can see DCA features. Now, in all these particular robots, you can also make use of the DCA spot. Now, what is the DCA? DCA stands for dollar cost average, meaning that in this market, you can take advantage of the market when the market is going down. You can dollar cost the market for higher profits. I'm going to explain this to you well. Now, what do I mean? In crypto markets, the rich makes more money when market goes down, when market retraces, because it gives you an opportunity to buy the dip. So when you take advantage of the dip positions, it means you dollar cost the market, because whenever market seems to go up, you will definitely be on profit because you buy the bottom. These are some of the secrets that most of us don't know. But you may be hearing it before, but this time around is on how to implement it in the simplest manner whatsoever. Now, if I click on this AI DCA Pro on the spot, the same thing I also analyze on the other one, whereby you can use a capital below $100 and you still trade in this environment, meaning that it is not only favorable to people who have a lot of capital in the first place. No, the robot is here to give everyone a chance to make progress in this particular space. And that is why we are here today to put it to bear on how you yourself can not just only make money in this particular space, but also to be fully present and benefit on the most important time in the history of cryptocurrency called the bull season. So once you are here, all you need to do is to select your coin. If I click on this place, it brings me to this place where I pick my coin. Here you can pick one at a time. I picked Dodge. And all I needed is to honor that parameters, which is very simple, and I will determine my take profit, which on default, the take profit is at 1.09. So once I click on this particular good, it means I'm done setting up, and I will determine how much I want to use to trade this particular market. And guess what I do? I'll click on launch, and that is all. And the robot will go and trade for me. And whenever it reaches that take profit of 1%, imagine how many percent that some of these particular coins are doing in a day. That's what we're talking about. When you understand this, you can see that making money will become easier, because we can be in one place and make so much that someone that have been struggling for weeks and months have never dared to smell. Everybody have an opportunity like that, at least in this particular space. And once you are done setting up, you click on launch and the robot will trade for you. So if I come back to this place on this AI DCA Pro on features, AI DCA on features, you can also determine your directions as well. You can also determine through the auto hedging, through the auto direction, the same thing I explained on the first one. And once you are done, you determine your take profit. You can see the take profit here is at 0.6. You can take it at 1 or 0.8 or 2 or 3, depending on the energy of the market, and the robot closes profit for you back to back. That is the beauty of it. So we recommend, if you want to trade the futures market, at least you make sure you have at least a capital of $100 and above. And from there, you are good to go. And you can build up your capital for good. If you have enough money to trade, if you have $500, $1,000, don't be afraid. You are not giving it to me or to anybody. No, the money is going to be in your exchange, in your own exchange, while you trade and make money here. That is the power of this business. So now, once you are done, you click on launch and the robot will enter the market. Now, these are all it is, or all it takes to make progress. But before then, there is something that has brought us this far. And that is what we call the strategy. The most simplest strategy that has changed destinies. And that is because we have used this robot in different angles and understand the simplest ways to put it to use, and you'll be on profit on daily basis. And all you needed to do is to lay hands on the strategies and you are good to go. Now, the question is this: how do you lay hands on the strategies? Our strategies are not being sold. You can't buy it. Why? Because if you are asked to buy it, I don't even know how much you can be able to pay for it. And not everybody will have the opportunity to afford it. For that reason, the money in crypto space is available for everyone. And that is why our coach made it free of charge. But the only criteria to it is very simple. For you to have access to the strategy, you needed to be in the inner group or to the 10K group, which is our mentorship platform. What do we do there? In this platform is where you are supplied with information relating to crypto markets and how to take advantage of the market space using this robot or beyond. Because there are other services that are offered for your own advantage. Now, how do you get access to the inner group or to the 10K group? All you need to do is to activate your uGas, your uTrading, using through what we call the uGas. So on this part, you can see there is what we call fuel. We call it uGas. Every robot you can think of makes use of it. Whether the one in Binance or Bitget or anywhere. Every robot you see is just like your phone cannot have access to the internet without Wi-Fi connection or data. The same thing it is. So now you have a free robot, but all you needed to do is to put fuel on it and go into this market and make as much profit as possible and enjoy your life. That is all that is. But in order for you to be in our group, in order for you to access the strategies, of course, you needed the gas, because without the gas, you cannot launch the robot. It's just very simple. How does it work? When you look at this place, you can see there is a gas of $45, and there's one of 95, and there's one of 540, and there's one of 1,700, and there's one of 2,400, and there's one of 3,750, and there's one of 7,000 UGAs. But there's something unique about these things. Now look at this. This gas is not given to me or to anybody. No. When you get a gas of $45, you'll be given 4,500 UGAs for your trading. Meaning that at any coin you launch, the robot takes a percentage of it to execute that particular trade. That's just it. Meaning that it's just like you buying fuel for your generator or for your car. And you own your car, it consumes a bit of it to a dependent amount of time before it could exhaust. But I can assure you, before it will, the purpose of buying it in the first place has been overachieved. So meaning that you can get any of these gas, but I come with one advice. If you want to get your gas, don't go for the gas of $45. Why? Because the robot comes with what we call trading speed, which is tied to the level of the gas you have. Why? Because the level of gas also determines how many trade you can have in the market space at the same time, which also amplifies the level of profit you can as well realize within a particular period of time. Now, with this, it makes it that clear that if you get a gas of $95, which is the least minimum recommended, even if you don't have a dime, but you want to do this, you want to use this particular business as a method of improving your financial status, at least you get a gas of $95. Why? You will be given trading VIP 1, TVIP 1. Now, when you get the gas of 540, you will be at trading speed 2. When you get the gas of 1,700, you will be at trading speed what? You will be at trading speed 3. While the 2,400 gives you trading speed 4 and 3,750 gives you trading speed 5. While the 7,000 gives you trading speed 6. Can I shock you? When you look at my result, when I say these things, I say it from every ounce of sincerity. When I understood the value of this gas and the speed level to this market, why? The market is the movement market. And for that reason, I needed a sharp robot to approach the market as well. And that is why I try as much as possible to get my robot to a good speed level that have the capacity to deal with the market conditions. And once you have gotten this gas, you will be added to our inner group or to the 10K group. Now, on our inner group, that is where you assess the strategy to trade the market according to the level of speed of the gas you have. And whichever one you do, definitely you will make money. You will make profits according to the capacity of that particular gas you are trading on. When you get the gas of 540 and above, you will be given access to the 10K group. On this 10K group is where you assess the strategies to pursue the 10K challenge. What is a 10K challenge? It's a moment where you, who probably might have not touched like 1K in 30 days, might have an opportunity to explore this market to generate at least 10K in 30 days. We did it severally. I've done it with almost more than 5 accounts of mine. And the recent one is this particular account that has done over 15K in just weeks. Right? And that is the beauty of the whole thing. Meaning that you can do beyond. But in this group, this is a target. Why? This market is open for everybody. So we possess a good strategy that helps you to thrive and test your possibilities in this particular space, because you are not paid by an individual. You are in an open market where you can collect as much more as possible. So when you get your gas, you reach out to an admin to add you to the inner group or to the 10K group. And once you are added, proceed to start using the strategies and start making money for yourself. And that is the beauty of this business. So once you are done, you make sure you contact an admin and you will be added to the group as well. All right. And from there, you can start to make profits on daily basis. You can see the consistency of the profit, and that is how the mix gets this particular profit either on long trade or on short trade. If you use a spot, it closes trades on spot trades, and anybody can do it. It's not a matter of strength or being more intelligent than others. It's about understanding the strategy that can work for anybody. And that is the beauty of it. And this particular account has given birth to about 3 different accounts From the money I make here, I pull it off to put other accounts together, and they are also generating money in the same market. What is limiting you? That is my question. And at this point, all you need to do, once you see this as one of the things that can help you to take advantage of the crypto market, especially in a time like this, where we are now in a season of bull season, you have an opportunity to take advantage of the market regardless of where you are coming from or whatever that might have been an obstacle to you. So at this point, I will be going back, inviting back my coach if he's here with us. If he's not, we are going to be rounding this meeting up. Our meeting lasts under 1 hour. And this is, of course, 10 o'clock. And this is what it is on how you can make progress using the same method of business model to change your history, to change your life. And it can work for anyone. So at this point, I'll be inviting back my boss, Coach Gideon, if he's here with us. He will round up this meeting for us. If he's not, I'll just make a few announcements, and probably maybe if I have access to some messages, I will attend to some messages and we will be done for today. All right. Now, of course, I don't think he's here with us, but now look at this. Just a few announcements. Don't leave this meeting. Don't leave this meeting. It's very important. Just a few announcements. We don't have any platform where we sell USDT. Coach Gideon and his team does not have any platform on Telegram where we sell USDT. There are so many of us that somebody will just add you to a group, and that group, you are seeing that this activity is here. We have already warned about it, and yet you will still be there waiting for them to scam you first before you now start to ask questions. Why we are saying it on a live training like this is very simple. This community is not, everything we do here is transparent. And that is why we try as much as possible to help you understand that everybody here is supposed to be at alert. Please, who is sharing his screen? I will remove you if you don't stop that. All right? So why are we saying this? So you don't fall into the hands of scammers. You come into this particular place to make money. That's why if you look at the position of the robot in the first place, you are not to put your money to trade in that robot. No. Meaning that even the owners of the robot does not have access to withdrawal of your money. So when they add you up to a group where they are telling you, oh, we sell USDT, where you get USDT, you can do it on P2P. You can do it on Bybit or BitGet. Don't fall into the hands of these cheap scammers who will tell you, oh, we are going to sell USDT to you on a cheaper rate because some of you are greedy. You want to buy it on a cheaper rate. Go to where they are selling it, where you know that the exchange is in between your transaction to regulate whatever that goes wrong. Then another one, you don't put your trading capital into uTrading. No. Once you have successfully gotten your gas, and that is why we have admins. Pay attention. We have admins that their job is strictly to guide especially the newbies on how to get their gas so that they don't end up losing their money while they are trying to do that. And by the reason of this, a lot of things has been taken care of. We know the experience we had when so many of us early on in the beginning trying to do what we don't understand, and you end up losing money while you are trying to start up something. It's painful. That's why these admins are employed and they are paid. So once you have been able to get your gas and you are added to the group, proceed to start using the strategy made available for you and learn how to trade and start setting up your trade, and you start making money immediately. Because when some of them will chat you up, some of these scammers will chat you up, they will tell you, I'm Boss Gideon. I want to hand you over to Amara so that Amara will guide you on how to set up your robot. So all you need to do is to put your money in your robot, and when we finish setting up, you will transfer it to exchange. These are scammers. In fact, anybody that chat you first is not from us. Block that person. Before you entertain a message, it must be that you are the one that messaged that admin first. And probably maybe the person is reaching out to you based on the previous message you have sent to him or her. We can never chat you first. See, if you know the bulk of work in our hands, you will pity us at times. I'm telling you. We are doing as much as possible to help in one way or the other. But don't use yourself, don't make yourself vulnerable for no reason. We say these things every day. We will never chat you first, no matter who it is. Not to talk of Boss Gideon himself to message you that he wants to set up your trade for you. Whereas he has a platform where he has positioned everything the way it's supposed to be. Follow the guideline. Don't look for a shortcut and cut yourself short. I believe this is not, I'm not harassing anybody by the way I'm saying it, but I'm saying this in this manner so that you can take measures and not to fall for cheap scammers, because at the end, it is painful. All right. I believe you understand what I said, and thank you very much for paying attention tonight. Now, at this point, I'm going to be taking a few questions. If you have a question to ask, you kindly send it to the message box, and I will review it, and I will attend to your question. All right. So somebody said, if I do a U guys of $95, what is the minimum capital to trade? Of course, I said it. You can start at least the required minimum we require, like we suggest, is $30 or $50, right? And from there and above. And over time, you can also increase your capital as well if you so choose. And if I also do the minimum of 540, what should be the minimum of the capital? All right. Now, when it comes to capital varies. Why? Because there is no specific amount that is required. But if you have 540 UGAs and you have the capacity to start with $1,000, fine. If it is $500, you have fine. If it is $200, you have fine. Because why? Capital can be updated. You may not have capital today or enough money today, but something can happen tomorrow. You can improve your capital and you start to trade. What that means is that you already have a robot that possesses a sound speed, that whatever capital you give to this robot, you can do well with it. So if you have an opportunity to increase your capital from $200 to $10,000, that's beautiful. All right. So, but you can trade the 540 UGAs with even $200, with even $500, with even $1,000. All right. So somebody said my Binance account couldn't connect. Maybe you did not do it right. Or if by any means of that, maybe you can use BitGet or Bybit. All right. As far as you are within Africa. All right. If you are outside the country, let me say in US, or maybe a different part of the country like UK, then you can reach out specially for a more recommendation on the best of the exchange that works in these locations. Somebody say, can someone lose on this robot? Now, I'm going to be as plain as possible. If a car is given to you right now, that car was not given to you to kill yourself. But I can tell you, if you use that car wrongly, it can kill you. What does that mean? That is why we have strategies. That's why we have mentorship. That's why we have trainings to help you understand the best way of using this so that you don't use it to harm yourself. All right. Now, of course, in trading space, you can make money, you can lose money. But when you use the robot well, the winning rate is at the top level, and you can do massively well with it. So all you need to do is to understand it well so that you don't just use it wrongly. I don't understand. How long does the boat take to run out of energy while we trade? If what I understand is what you meant, the robot does not run out of energy, except a situation where you have used up your UGAS as a result of the money that you are making. If you can, the gas cannot reduce if you did not launch any trade. The gas cannot expire. So as you are trading and you are making money, that is only when the gas have the capacity to reduce or to depreciate. All right. So that is just what I feel you may be asking about. All right. Somebody say, Coach, can I remove my Binance and put it to BitGet for you for my uTrading? Yes, of course, you can. Somebody say, can I use my Binance to purchase you guys? Please, I'm from Ghana. Yes, of course, you can. All right, you can. You can, of course. All right, somebody say, please, how can I know the good time to enter the market, either long or short? All right, now there are so many ways you can use the robots. There are long trade signals, there are short trade signals, there are spot signals. Now, when it comes to how to know when to enter the market, you can use auto direction as well if you don't understand. And with time, you are going to understand how to enter the market or how to make better use of different directions on your own, and you make better progress. All right. But you can also use the robot to also enter the market even when you don't know much. How long does the UGAS last? Of course, the UGAS lasts as long as you are using it. So if you decide to use the robot and you have gotten your UGAS and you decide not to trade to some particular time, the gas will be there waiting for you. So, but as far as you decide to trade, maybe you decide to trade 10 times in a day, the gas will also be reducing according to your frequency in the market based on how you are launching the robot, meaning that at the same time, you're also making progress as well. Can 95 UGAS make one great? Well, I don't know if I can say I am, let me say, I have enjoyed a level of grace in this particular business, and it all started with 95. So, and immediately I understood the importance of a higher one. I proceeded to start making adjustment, which altogether have actually been a testimony to me. All right. So the $95 you guys can go a long way if that is what you can afford right now. And of course, there is a room for more better addition and others. Somebody said $95 you guys, how much can it generate before it finishes? Okay. Now what we deal with is a market space. Of course, the $95 you guys, all right, have the capacity to go as far as generating up to $1,000 before it finishes. But it also depends on you that is trading, right? Based on how you are taking the profit in the market space. And that's why all you need to do is to understand how to put this robot to its best use, right? By using different strategies we recommend, you will definitely figure it out on how to at least. But one thing that is sure is that this is not a fixed business. It is a market space whereby you can make much more, you can make less than you expect. But this, I can assure you, you will definitely make much more than the UGAS, the money that you used to buy the UGAS. It's just very simple. I've tested it with different UGAS level and I have done something, in fact, something crazier than that. Somebody say, can I use BitGet to buy the uTrading exchange in Nigeria? I mean, Nigeria, of course you can. Somebody say, can someone upgrade from 95 to level to 540? Of course, you can upgrade, but that upgrade is this. If you have gotten the $95 UGAS, you'll be giving 10,000 UGAS. If you're now buying the 540, all you need to do is to buy the 540. When you buy the 540, you'll be upgraded from level 1 to automatically level 2. And you will be given 60,000 UGAs. Now, in addition to the remaining 10,000 UGAs, which will now make it 70,000 UGAs. So, meaning that it gives you an opportunity to have enough gas that also allows you to enjoy the privilege of launching more trade at the same time if you have more capital as well. So, you're at advantage. Somebody say, please, can you mentor me on how to set up the trade on profit? Of course, the video on how to set up the trade and make massive profit is already in the group. And we, of course, we have mentorship training, which this week we are going to be reviewing our training again to, help us with better experience on how to take advantage of the market. All right, and I will take some few questions and will be done today. Somebody is asking whether if the 540 you guys can last for a month or a year, or how long does it last? Like I have already explained these things already. It depends on how frequent you use it. If you want it to last for 10 years, you can just make it to last for 10 years, maybe trade once in a month, all right? Or maybe once in a year. So, but if you decide to use the robot, you are here to make money. This market is open every day, right? You are here to make money. If you are to finish the 540 UGAs in 1 week and you make $10,000 in that 1 week, which one do you prefer? So it's not about the UGAs does not expire. The UGAs, you are the one trading with the UGAs. The UGAs reduces by the reason of you launching a trade to make money. All right. So that's how it works. Okay. So at this point, I think we have spent our time today, and tomorrow is another day where we'll have to look into so many things to help reach out to us in terms of different questions we might have. We may not be able to cover all the questions today, and I'll just take a few and we are done for tonight. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So somebody say, what is required to join the group? This your question means that maybe you just entering a meeting. Now, all you needed to do, the requirement is very simple. Just get your UGAS. What is a UGAS? A UGAS is a fuel that the robot uses to launch it to trade for you. So once you get a UGAS, it means you are ready to trade. And you can now be added to a group where you can now assess the strategy on how to launch your robot to start trading and making money. All right, so that is exactly what it is required. And without the UGAs, you cannot be added to these groups. All right. And probably all I urge each and every one of us tonight is make sure that you are taking advantage of this particular bull season. And at this point, I must say that you guys are the best. All right. Thanks for listening to me tonight. And I believe the information I passed through will definitely meet you to a point that tomorrow you will end up sharing testimonies to as many as possible. And with God on our side, by the special grace of God, we are going to be achieving our dreams one by one. Thank you very much. And